All right, as we continue our astrological journey this evening, we go to the sun next. And here we have the sun in the 8th house in Scorpio. Now, I swear to you, when I picked Ryan Gosling's chart, I had no idea his chart and mine were going to be very similar. But I'm also Scorpio, Sun, Capricorn, Moon. We have plenty of other differences, but it's interesting that this chart and mine are similar in some ways. The sun, the sign of Scorpio, is one that is very intense and focused already. The old saying about Scorpio is that we have one foot in heaven and one foot in hell, which is probably true. Scorpio is a sign that does tend to be extreme. Folks, we're either pretty much in or we're out. We don't really half-ass anything. We go 1,000% or 0%. One of the biggest things that Scorpios are known for on the negative side is actually revenge. It's one of the more challenging emotions that we have to work with because we never ever want to get taken advantage of without getting someone back. And as kids, that's one of the things that we have to make sure that we learn well, is that revenge is just not worth it. We end up cutting off our nose to spite our face when we do it. On the positive side, you are not going to find a more passionate sign than Scorpio. There is a drive in Scorpio that is unrelenting. If you put them in a situation where they are doing something that they are passionate about, then you're going to be very pleased because they're going to be a success. As long as they have the focus, they're going to have the success. And honestly, Scorpio is a sign that has more willpower than any other sign of the zodiac, folks. Scorpio is many things. Willpower is that. We have that in spades. Now, of course, there are many other things we don't have. We're not always particularly good at being sympathetic. We're a little bit obsessive. We have a tendency to see things as black and white. All those things are Scorpio traits as well. But one of the other interesting parts of this chart, in addition to having the Scorpio sun, is that it's in the 8th house. Scorpio is very comfortable in that house. And I'll tell you why. Because the sign of Scorpio deals with a lot of the 8th house topics. So if you're not familiar with the 8th house is about the unconscious, the things that we don't think about. The 8th house deals with what I call the inevitables of life. Death, birth, rebirth, sex, taxes, other people's money, inheritances. I remember that this house is the helping and healing house also. So if Ryan Gosling hadn't been an actor, I could have easily seen him going into a caring profession where he was working with people daily. Especially because the 8th house also deals with therapy, psychology, and psychiatry. So I could see him being very interested in knowing what makes people tick. Now, generally speaking, as Scorpios, we all kind of are interested in what makes people tick. And so with this placement in the 8th house, it gives him an even more serious look at life.